Well, folks, no, that is not clickbait. I am planning on going all in the stock market in the month of December, likely. And I want to explain in this video exactly why I'm planning on doing that. Because if you know me and you've been watching me for years, I always preach 10 to 30% cash, 10 to 30% cash. Well, this is a little bit of an extraordinary situation going on in the market right now, especially with small caps. And I want to run through exactly what I'm planning on doing here. And when I say all in, just to be very, very clear about that, obviously I have to leave some money for payroll and businesses and things like that. That's like untouchable money, right? But in terms of like every dollar I could possibly allocate towards stocks, it is likely going to be in the month of December based upon what is going on here. And I want to share that with you guys here today. Now, first off, I don't advise anybody else do this. This is me doing my own thing. Okay. That's all I'm going to say about that. This is me doing my own thing. And yeah, needless to say, make sure you subscribe to the channel because it's getting wild out there. And I mean, absolutely wild. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you haven't followed me on Instagram yet, maybe go ahead and do so. Okay. Financial Education Jeremy. Find the real one. Okay. And there's a lot of fake accounts on Instagram that impersonate me all the time, but Financial Education Jeremy and everything spelled correctly, okay? Follow me on there, okay? So, it's getting nuts out there, guys. If you look at small cap 600s, I mean, it's underperforming the entire market again, down about 2% here today. Russell down 1.9%. Everything's worse than what the Nasdaq's at, the Dow 30, the S&P 500. I mean, the pain with so many of these stocks, it's like people are like, when does it end? Oh my gosh, like when does it end? We know there's massive amounts of tax loss harvesting going on. And guess what? We're just about to go into December, so there could be more tax loss harvesting. As a matter of fact, there will probably be a lot more tax loss harvesting, right? Plus, you have on top of that potential margin calls coming, maybe options not getting exercised. You have all this compounding avalanche, right? Right onto these small caps that they just get devastated more and more and more. And this is one of the reasons I'm going to be going all in likely in December is just these stocks are getting to such insane valuations where their stocks are getting crushed. They're like way past 52-week lows now at this point. It's getting insane, right? If we go ahead and we pull up from Yardini Research, look at S&P 600 small caps. This was going into this week, okay? This was going into this week. You know, we've been trading at the lowest we have pretty much since you got to go back to the 2018, basically October, November, December of 2018. All of a sudden got ugly for a ton of stocks out there. That's when you have to go back to the last time. Now, keep in mind, you know, guess what just happened? S&P 600 went down a ton more. I mean, we're probably somewhere down here now. If all this tax loss harvesting keeps going on for the next several weeks, guys, we're going to be at the lowest levels we've been at in a decade, since literally 2011. It's gone nuts with the small caps, okay? These stocks are just getting absolutely obliterated. Like they've been obliterated and they're getting obliterated even worse, right? At some point, this has to end, right? When madness is going on in the stock market, at some point, it does conclude and it does end, right? On the upside, when stocks get into insane valuations, eventually that's going to end, right? They're going to come down, right, to a realistic level. On the flip side, when these stocks are absolutely just getting, decimated, that's going to end as well, right? We're going to get to more normal levels and things will even out. But right now, that's not the case. They're getting absolutely decimated out there. You look at Corsair Gaming here today. This stock hit a new 52-week low today. 21.88 for this stock. It's going to close somewhere in the 22s here today. But I mean, you know, this is one of those stocks that's like, where does the bottom? Where is it? Like, can we find it? We can't find this bottom anywhere for Corsair Gaming. It seems like every day the stock drops. It doesn't matter if the market's up, down, all around. It doesn't matter what the company does for revenue. I mean, no, this company's going to be at a price to sales ratio of 1. And heck, if this baby keeps going down in December, it'll end up being at a price to sales ratio under 1. For Corsair Gaming, a leader in hardware technology for the gaming space and the streaming space, like a little insane, but you know, whatever. So that's what's going on with so many of these stocks. They're just getting decimated down to 52-week low after 52-week low after 52-week low, right? You look at something like Tattooed Chef. Didn't hit a 52-week low today, but it's a big downward move for Tattooed Chef. It's a 5% move, you know, down to $16. And this is for a cult stock. I mean, this isn't even like this is some regular stock now at this point in time. It's a straight up cult stock. And even that one gets decimated 5% here today. Voyager Digital down over 8% today. One of the most exciting growth stories, I think, in the stock market, right? I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Tattooed Chef is the most exciting food-related growth story in the entire stock market. And look what happens to that stock, right? Voyager Digital is one of the, I think, the most exciting growth opportunity in all of the fintech space that's a public company. And look what happens to that stock. That's these small caps just get destroyed time and time again. It doesn't matter what they have going for them. It doesn't matter what their business model is doing. It doesn't matter where this company is going to be in 3 or 5 or 7 years. None of that matters right now. It is just everybody's just selling, putting more selling pressure on more selling pressure, more tax loss harvesting, causing more tax loss harvesting, causing more margin calls if anybody's margined out, and it just gets uglier and uglier and uglier with these stocks, right? Look at this stock. This isn't one I personally own, Purple Innovation, PRPL. I mean, this is like an established business model. That's the thing with a lot of these companies. These are like established business models. These are some like pre-revenue companies that it's like, oh man, this is insane. It shouldn't even be trading at this. These are like established, like big beast businesses, that have revenues that are, substantial revenues, right? That are growing. And you look at Purple Innovation, new 52-week low here today. Touch 10.23 on this stock, right? 10.23. Where's the bottom for Purple? $5, $7, $9. Like this is getting nuts for the stock. The 52-week high for this one's $41. And look at that. It just breaks new 52-week low after new 52-week low. And we've still got a whole month of potential tax loss harvesting. And every single person's down in purple, right? And so this is where you're looking at some of these stocks. And I'm even looking at a stock like Purple. I'm like, man, really? This stock might go under 10? Like maybe it's one for even me to buy. And it's just getting absolutely nuts. Look at Lemonade stock, right? Lemonade. I got off that conference call. I listened to the conference call on the Hungry Bowl app, which you haven't downloaded the Hungry Bowl. Make sure you do so on your iOS and Android store now. You can listen to conference calls right inside the app, right? I was listening to that conference call last night, and their latest Q3 one because I never got a chance to listen to it. So I listened to that. I walked away from that so bullish on Lemonade long term. It's not even funny. Like I think this is one of the most disruptive companies in any industry I've seen in a while, but especially the insurance industry, an industry that's ripe for disruption. I walked away from that conference call so dang bullish on Lemonade. I'll probably share more information on this company over time and what I can see happening there. But, I mean, there's no doubt the stock can go easily another 25, 30% lower from here. If you think about all the tax loss harvesting that can come, right? This stock almost hit a new 52-week low here today after the 52-week high is $188 for this stock. I mean, there's no question that this stock could be $45 to $35 a share. And a snap of a fingers, it doesn't take that much more tax loss harvesting to go ahead and send the stock down. And then when folks are tax loss harvesting, you got the wash sale rule, so you can't buy back within the next 30 days, right? And so if you're looking for buyers to come in Lemonade, it's probably not going to happen until the back half of December or the beginning of January, outside of some extraordinary thing happening in the stock market, right? And so, this is one of those stocks that just has a ridiculously exciting business model in front of it for the next, decade plus. I mean, this is one of those companies that if you're thinking about a company that's going to grow like a beast year after year after year for this entire decade, it's Lemonade. But the company, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter right now. The stock's going down, and it's going down, and it's going down, and it's going down, and it's going down. And at some point, even myself, I like to find some disruptive companies in some industries, right? I'm huge in the plant-based food space. Obviously, Tesla was one of mine for the EV and energy space. And then I'm looking at this, and I'm like, this is the disruptive company for the insurance space. And they made some compelling statements on that conference call. Like I said, I got a lot to share with you guys in regards to that one that made me just say, oh my gosh, this is an extremely exciting company, right? Teladoc, TDOC. This is one of those stocks, another extremely exciting company that has growth as far as I can see. Doesn't matter. And this isn't even a small cap. That's what's interesting about Teladoc. This is actually, kind of a mid cap, right? $16 billion market cap. It doesn't matter. Teladoc's going down right now. Everybody's tax loss harvesting left and right in the stock. Hits a new 52-week low today, $100.12. Look at that. This one's flirting with going under $100 a share now for TDOC. It's getting that ugly out there. TDOC, I mean, this is one of those stocks everybody's talking about. This is Omicron, blah, 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 right? Okay, so is Teladoc not going to benefit for that? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happens if Rona worries ramp up. If Rona worries don't ramp up, Teladoc's likely going down. Tax loss harvesting in a massive way on this stock. And this is one of those stocks that, it looks like it's destined to go under $100. Let's just be honest. And then the question is, once it breaks 100, how far under 100 does it go, right? And so There's another one of those similar to Lemonade. I'm looking at this and I'm like, the long-term story is so exciting for a stock like this. Virtual healthcare in the physical space and mental space. Like, I think this is just a massive growth industry. I think there's going to be companies that have hundreds of billions of dollars in market cap in this space over time. And this is such an exciting company, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're exciting right now. If we go back in time, if we go back to December of 2020, January 2021, all it was about the excitement, right? And it didn't matter about valuation. And at that time, if we go back, what were the stocks I was buying heavy back in December of 2020, right? I was buying stocks heavy like JP Morgan Chase. I was buying stocks heavy like Walgreens Boots Alliance. Some of the most boring business models out there. But it was because I looked at the market at that particular time and I said, this is ridiculous. A ton of these small caps are either overvalued, or to be quite frank, they're fairly valued. And it's almost impossible to find undervalued at that time, right? Now, we fast forward a year and we are the complete reverse, right? Now I'm looking at stocks countless, like almost anything that's a small cap, and I'm looking at these stocks and I'm saying they are fairly valued or undervalued or massively undervalued at this point in time. And that's how quick things can change in the stock market, where you can go from undervalued to massively overvalued to massively overvalued to massively undervalued. It happens quick in the stock market, and that's what is basically transpiring and will likely transpire for the next several weeks in the stock market, right? Look at PayPal. I want to pull up a large cap here for you guys, okay? Even PayPal's getting hit in a major way. Look at this one. It touched a new 52-week low today, $180.50. I mean, this is a company, let's not forget, they own the number 2 and the number 3 most important apps in the entire finance category, right? This is basically a bank, a massive bank at the end of the day with a lot more growth past that, right? That's a super innovator. And you look at this company and their value at $216 billion today. This it's hard. PayPal is one of those companies that's probably gonna eventually be $1 trillion plus market cap down the road, right? Very exciting business model on so many different fronts. But at the end of the day, when it looks at PayPal, no one wants a piece of the stock right now, and this is one of those that's been getting hit. So countless people are down in the stock. Countless funds are down in the stock. This isn't like this is individual investors. For them, even though individual investors are also probably down, this is more like funds are down on PayPal now, in their tax loss harvesting left and right. And this is another one of those that if you're thinking about a stock that could go to 150 or so, PayPal definitely has that potential with all the tax loss harvesting that could come in this one. This is a stock a ton of people are excited about. HIMS. We did a face-off Friday in the private stock group where one of the 7-figure coaches, I don't want to say pitched the stock to me, but they told me all about it. We researched together. Okay, what about this? It was actually, fairly exciting. Okay. And when it comes to HIMS stock, a lot of folks are really excited about the long-term business model here. It hit a new 52-week low today. It just keeps breaking 52-week low after 52-week low after 52-week low. Another one of those that, when does the pain end? That's what folks are wondering. Like, when does this pain end? Down to 633 here today. Just nasty. Now, when it comes to HIMS stock, I have more research work to do in this one, but it's actually, when I heard it, I was like, oh, this is actually pretty dang interesting company for the, long-term shareholders. And $6 here today? Huh, okay. Look at Smile Direct Club. I mean, look at this one. A new 52-week low here today, $289. It's just one of those stocks that just continues to get devastated day after day after day, breaks new 52-week low after new 52-week low after new 52-week low. I did buy some Smile Direct Club. It's a stock that I can't make into a massive position because it does come with big risk because of their cash flow has not been pretty at all. So it's a rather large risk in the stock, but the reward potential is disgusting in Smile Direct Club. And this is one of those, everybody's down on this stock. Could be a lot more tax loss harvesting coming over the next several weeks in that one. This is not one I track or cover, but or own, obviously. But this is a stock I hear talked about a lot. Clover Health Investments, CLOV, a very, very popular stock for a lot of retail investors. It just hit a new 52-week low here today of 471. This is one of those that just breaks new 52-week low after new 52-week low after new 52-week low, and people are like, when does it end? Like, people aren't even thinking about these from the context right now of when do they go up a bunch. A lot of folks are looking at these stocks and like, just when does the pain end? When do I stop going down on these stocks? Like, that's what a lot of folks are wondering. And a stock like this, it's hard to see it going up in the next few weeks just for the mere fact that a lot more probably tax loss harvesting is going to be going on, right? Look at Wish stock, not a company I like or not a business model I like, but at the end of the day, look at this stock. Just another one that a lot of folks own out there. New 52-week low here today, $354. 5. Stock after stock after stock. Look at the hood, Robinhood, down another 4% here today at a new 52-week low. Well, technically not a 52-week low, almost. It was within, 7 cents of a 52-week low here today. Robinhood, the hood just continues to get devastated. Seems like day after day after day when it comes to that stock, okay? So, I looked on Wall Street Journal, basically on their markets page. They have new 52-week lows. 275 stocks hit new 52-week lows here today. Here's the craziest part of that. They missed a lot of stocks. Like, I was going through the list and I was like, what about this stock? This hit a new 52-week low here today. Oh, they didn't cover it. Oh, this stock. So I don't know what the actual number is. I would suspect, because like I said, I saw a lot of stocks that weren't even registering for them for a 52-week low. I honestly think the real number is probably at 400 or 500 stocks are at 52-week lows right now, or just hit new 52-week lows. I mean, it's insane, right? Obviously, you don't see a lot of this if you're not really into the market, right? All you see is really like Apple and Microsoft and Amazon and Google and Facebook and Tesla and Nvidia and stocks like that, the big giants, right? And those big giants aren't anywhere close to 52-week lows, so people aren't really paying attention to this. But once you go beneath the surface and you start going to mids, but especially once you go to the small caps, those under $3 billion market caps, under $5 billion market caps, it's just devastation out there. Absolute devastation, guys. Okay, so this is why I'm looking at the market, and I'm in a position where I'm going to likely go all in December, especially if these stocks continue to get hammered more and more and more, and the tax loss harvesting just piles up more and more and more. Because I'm looking at this, and I'm like, there's so much money going to the sideline right now, out of fear, out of things like that. Plus, I feel like there's going to be a massive rotation of money from a lot of the large caps throughout 22 into a lot of the mids and smalls that will flow through. Then I'm looking at this, and I'm like, I'm going to put my chips on the table, and we'll see what happens. I've been doing this for a long time. Maybe I'm wrong in this scenario, but at the end of the day, a lot of these stocks are getting to such disgusting values that I don't even think these stocks are going to be remotely near these type of prices in 3 years, 5 years from now. And if I think that, right, I have to put my chips on the table, right? At the end of the day, as an investor and as a business, somebody in business, right, I'm taking gambles. I'm just a glorified gambler at the end of the day. And, as somebody that's at the poker table, I'm going to put my chips when I think I got the most attractive hand, right? And right now, I think I'm looking at a situation where it's going to be like shooting fish in a barrel. It already is like shooting fish in a barrel. It's going to be a lot more like shooting fish in a barrel probably in December if there's more tax loss harvesting coming, which there probably is, because so many of these stocks are down huge that, there's just certain markets like that. But it's not all stocks. I want to be clear about that. It's not all stocks. And it's not even all small caps. It's just a whole dang lot of them, okay? And so we'll see what happens, guys. That's my video for the day. Much love as always, and have a great day. Peace.